My name is Mark. Along with my wife Sherry, my grandson John, and my granddaughter Abby, we make up the Product Review Geeks. Today is the 17th day of August. Wow, month's over, more than halfway over with already. Today I want to talk a little bit about a home business. I know you see things online all the time, Facebook, like that, about starting a home business. Starting a home business is actually a lot of work. See, a lot of people, they see these ads that says, push button riches, and believe me, I'm going to shoot you straight right now. It's not as easy as you think it is. You can have all these automated, all this and like that, but I'll tell you where artificial intelligence, AI, is where you want to be right now, because it can automate a lot of the tasks, but a lot of these business opportunities that they have out there they're just rehashed stuff from, old things. Get something fresh. Start something that you love, because if you don't find something that you love, you're never going to make a dime. You're going to go from product to product or program to program, and you're never going to see any results. Believe me, I know all about it because I've been there, done that. I got a T-shirt and video on this thing. If you've tried, I'm sure you've tried all kinds of other businesses and like that, and you see all these ads. They got them on Facebook and like that. I ran across one the other day that made me kind of chuckle a little bit. I'm thinking, what are these people doing? They're advertising some product. I can't remember what product or service it was, and they say, well, click here for more information. So I clicked in there, and it says they're going to show you how to do this business and not use Facebook advertising and not spend money on Facebook ads. But yet, they spent money on a Facebook ad to get you interested. So, they're kind of contradicting themselves a little bit, it sounds like it. And then, of course, if you find something that you like, your friends and family, especially if you got an MLM business, your friends and family are going to, they're going to tell you, hey, you're not going to make any money with that. And, of course, you're going to hit everybody up first and like that. Try to find something original that you like. It doesn't necessarily have to be an MLM business. I know you can make money with MLM, multi-level marketing, but try to find yourself something that you're really interested in, even a product, even if it is an MLM product, something that really excites you, that you can't sleep at night thinking about it. That's something that you really want to promote, because I've tried it all. Let me tell you, I've had dozens of businesses that I've tried. I got my family and friends, try to get them involved, and people would see me coming and they'd avoid me, or they'd say, what are you promoting this month, Mark? And shiny object syndrome, it is a real thing, and it can cause you a lot of stress too. These marketers, they make it seem so easy, like that this next business opportunity is going to make you all kinds of money. Well, guess what? It's not going to. The only thing that's going to make you money is you. You promote you first and then promote a business. You are the number one. Get some education. Get a little bit of education. Learn a little bit about marketing. Artificial intelligence. You see right here. This is where you need to be right here. It'll help you, embrace it, because it'll help you make your business better. It'll help you write articles. It'll help you build websites. It'll help you do a lot of things. I've found a program here. Just put your name and address in there, your email and your name. Click there for more information, and you'll be set. I've done some research on ways you can achieve success with a home business, but it does take work and it takes persistence. Get yourself a mentor. If you put your name and email address in here, it'll send you some information, and you can also be mentored. It ain't going to cost you a fortune either, let me tell you that right now. A lot of these coaches, they charge thousands of dollars a month. It's not even close. We're not even close to that. We'll help you. First thing you need to do is take control of your life and your finances. If you have a little bit of extra money every month to advertise your business, advertise your business. There's free ways and there's paid ways. We'll explain everything to you when you put your email address and your name in there and you get our information. You know, people spend money on ads, business owners do, because they work. Paid ads are the best way to get faster results. Don't buy a bunch of training materials, especially if you're in an MLM company or like that, because a lot of them, that's how they make their money, by selling you training materials. Training should be free, or at least low cost anyways. And I remember one MLM I was in, they wanted you to buy all these flyers, business cards. You know, they wanted you to buy all these books and stuff to train with, and you know, it was hundreds of dollars a month. Then they wanted you to be on auto ship, you know, where you get these. I was with a company one time. They're out of business now, but they had you on auto ship, and if you didn't, I think it was like the cheapest one was like, I don't know, $19.95 a month or something. But the product was the same product every month, and you know, I couldn't use it. It'd take you longer than a month to use the product. So, you know, here I am. I got, you know, a dozen of these products in my closet, and month after month, because I didn't want to really upgrade to the higher priced products because I really didn't use them. So, you know, try to avoid stuff like that. You know, when you join a company, or if you know, you got a product, or maybe you want to create your own. This right here, this program right here, will help you create your own products, or you can find one that you like. Be a mentor with a servant's heart. When you learn something, teach it to others. Build relationships with people. That's what we're all about, building relationships. We help you first, then we help ourselves. You know, help them reach their goals. Building a business doesn't really have to be hard at all if you just follow some simple logic. Well, thanks everyone for listening to my video today. Don't forget to visit our website here, productreviewgeeks.com. You know, we've got all kinds of good programs and stuff in here. If you need to get a hold of me, there's my phone number, there's my email address. We've got links in here. Here's helpful resources. You know, here's our picture of me and my wife here. So you know who we are. Helpful resources for you. Let's click on this page here. You know, Safe List. I use Safe List. I don't use a whole lot of them, but I use some because they help me build my list. And you know, the people that are on Safe List and like that, they're looking for ways to market their business and save time, and that's what AI is all about, to help you market and save time. Here's another thing right here. There's marketing hacks, business productivity, and here's something that you should really think about is your health, physical and mental health, because your health is important, especially because I had a heart attack a few months ago, and you know, it snuck up on me because I neglected my health. You know, with our busy lifestyles and everything, a lot of us don't have time to go to the gym. So exercise and eating good food is essential. I do Tai Chi too, and yoga. You know, all that stuff is really good for your body. It helps, you know, it opens up your joints, your muscles. You know, I got a treadmill. I use that, a bicycle, elliptical, light weights. You know, pick up a copy of this book. It's not very expensive. Anyways, this is Mark from the Product Review Geeks saying thanks for listening. We hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you again in our next video.